The script was very secret. I don't think that I was allowed to read. I was allowed to read a couple of scenes, but it was all very, hush hush. And so we worked through some of the scenes together, and I started to realize Sasha was doing a lot of his improv, which was wild. I mean, he just started taking the scene in a completely different direction than was scripted, and I started to get an idea of like, okay, this is a crazy, crazy project. I play Zoe. She runs a co-op grocery store in Brooklyn, sort of a health food, vegan. She describes it as a feminist cooperation, which I don't, or collective, feminist collective, which I don't really understand what that means.
It's a pleasure to have with us tonight his first and only ever interview, Admiral General Aladdin, the supreme leader and beloved oppressor of Wadia. Do you have favorite leaders, favorite other oppressors?
There are very few of the great dictators left. All the best ones are now gone. Saddam, Gaddafi, Kim Jong, Cheney. My favorite, unfortunately, is dead.
Who?
You know, I miss Kim Jong, KJ. I miss him a lot. You know, he was a fun man. He died as he lived in 3-inch heels.
But he was ruthless to his people.
No, he was not ruthless to his people. He was a sweetie pie.
By the way, was there any fallout following the Ryan Seacrest interview when you walked down and you attended the Oscars for some reason?
You know, Seacrest dealt with it very professionally. After all, it's not the first Asian guy to end up all over his chest.
Have you ever failed at anything?
Well, if you look up Israel on Wikipedia, everything is still in the present tense. So that's clearly something that I need to work on.
I'm Jewish.
You are Jewish?
Yes.
You are Jewish?
Yes.
Fine, no problem.
Because I am Jewish, you would take offense, you would spit in
No,
my studio?
it has nothing to do with that. I just spat on the floor.
I see. So it had nothing to do
I
with
don't
that.
like the floor.
All right, let's get right to it. Do you have nuclear weapons?
What was the question?
Do you have nuclear weapons?
Sorry, I can't hear you.
Are you developing nuclear weapons?
No, I literally can't hear you.
I'm going to another question.
Oh, I can hear you now.
You made some astonishing claims over the years that you invented the Pentium processor, that you're next in line to play James Bond,
James Bond, yes.
and that you coined the phrase, take a chill pill.
Take a chill pill.
What does that mean?
It means relax, you know, if things are getting heated, take a chill pill.
President Obama has said that you've lost the legitimacy to rule, you should step down.
I say, him. It is hurtful that he is saying that. It was my father, after all, that helped smuggle him from Kenya as a child.
Wait a minute, are you saying he was not born in the United States?
Of course not. This interview is over. Sahameten. Bring me Piers Morgan.
I play the head of security and procurer of women for His Excellency, the Supreme Leader of Wadia, Aladdin. These are not stolen moments. These are scripted, they're rehearsed, and they're crafted. And that necessitates, as you've noticed, a crew maybe 20, 30, 40 times larger than Sasha's previously been used to working with on his commando raids, as it were. And this isn't a commando raid, this is a battalion charge. The obvious challenge to me, working with Sasha, is not to try to be funny. Not to allow his extraordinary sense of humor and delight in the humor of his character to be contagious, because I have to be the rock. And the straight man has to be really straight.
His Excellency, Admiral General Al-Din of the North African nation of Wadiya held a press conference Monday at New York's Waldorf Astoria Hotel. Here now is an ABN exclusive report with highlights from the General's remarks.
Jahnoon, welcome devils of the Zionist media and the death to the West. Today, I wish to highlight the plight of a terribly endangered group, the innocent victims of a global human tragedy, dictators. These brave leaders are suffering a daily victimization and brutality for the supposed crime of embezzling money and doing a tiny little bit of genocide. Now, please, let's take some questions. Anyone from the North Korean press? I'm kidding, they don't have one.
Can I ask a question, Supreme Leader?
Okay, go.
What would you have to say to your critics out there who label you a tyrant?
I would say thank you. Also, could you please give me the names and addresses of the so-called critics and their routes to and from work? I'd like to give them a magnetic gift. It attaches to the underneath of the car. Okay, next.
How do you plan to ensure that democracy will never, ever take over your country? And why do you feel that you will succeed when so many other dictators have failed?
Well, my people, they don't want democracy. They love me, and I have many signed confessions to that effect. I am like a father to my people, quite literally to about 1,800 of them. Besides, our version of government is much more efficient than yours. Democracy is the worst. Endless talking and everyone's vote counts, no matter how black or crippled or female you are.
What are your favorite things to do in New York City?
As far as the tourist sites, I love to see the Empire State Building and the Statue of Liberty, and also the Hotel Curtain where Dominic Strauss-Kahn wiped his bilbul after doing a sex activity with that chambermaid.
Who are your favorite of your fellow dictators and why, please?
Well, it has been a tough year. We have lost a lot of good people, and I have lost a lot of good friends. Gaddafi, I miss you. Sorry, I mean Gaddafi, I miss you. Also, KJ, Kimmy G, KJO, K-Man, you know, Kim Jong. And of course, Chavez died last month. Oh, oops. You did not hear that from me. Okay, Chavez is fine. It's just a coincidence that he hasn't turned up for about 2 months.
Nimrod Vir, Israel.
What?
My name is Nimrod Vir.
You are a Jew?
I'm a Jew and I'm from Israel.
You are a Jew?
Very Jewish, yeah.
Very Jewish?
Very Jewish.
Prove it, prove it.
Come.
Let me have a look. Let me have a look. Come on. Okay. You don't need to be shy. There's nobody watching. What have you got down there? It's not, believe me, it's not big. If it was big, you would have got it out already. What have you got down there? No? You're shy? Come on, I just have a little look. It's mainly hair. All I can see is hair. Okay. What do you want? What do you want?
Well, my question is sort of related. We have elections in 4 months in Israel, and would you consider running for president in Israel?
Would I consider? Yes,
Yeah.
the first thing I would do would be to destroy Israel. Okay, all right. Thank you. Death to the West. Please enjoy yourselves, and you may enjoy the prostitutes we brought in, or the boys, if you like. If you're from Canada, enjoy. And as long as you write good reviews, your families will be released. Enjoy and hafla. Death to the West. Thank you.
And there you have it, the latest from the world's most beloved dictator. This has been an ABN exclusive report.
I play a character called Nadal, who is a nuclear scientist who's he's called Nuclear Nadal in that way that Chemical Ali is called Chemical Ali. So I am, in the past, somebody who built nuclear weapons for Sasha's character in the movie. And to a degree that is so almost successful, but then he and I get in an enormous fight. There was a lot of research we did, you know, like I went to MIT and I did graduate work in nuclear physics. for about a year, you know. And then, of course, just to get into like really some of the other stuff, like we traveled to like, you know, training camps in Pakistan, reached out to a bunch of Al-Qaeda people. No, we didn't do anything. There's no research. I had a giant beard, and they were like, great, you can do it. So in the movie, Sasha's playing the leader of this kind of, you know, oil-rich, Middle Eastern, North African country called Wadiya that he's like a brutal dictator of in his mind, but in reality is just being handled by all of these people.
Everything about him shifts, and it's sometimes you don't know which Sasha you're going to get, if you're going to get Aladdin or if you're going to get Sasha. But it's really amazing, and his ability to improv is, you always have to be on your toes with this project. So it's really stimulating for me because I just never know where we're gonna go. Sasha does, you know, pretty much all of his own stunts, and it's amazing. The first time we meet is outside of the UN, and he gets blasted by this water gun or water hose, and it's amazing. He just flies backwards, and they put him up on a crane with a wire, and they kept, like, you know, jerking him backwards and soaking him, and he was like still in great spirits. I think he must have really liked it.
Clearly, if you are creating a political satire, you have to root it in somewhere in reality to give it that kick, to give it that edge. So obviously we've had to draw from the dictators that are still on the face of the earth now. My performance as Gandhi would have been absolutely impossible without the extraordinary commitment to my performance of those thousands of people around me. And this is what we have to bring also to this great political satire, because it's got to be rooted in the truth, otherwise it's not funny.
Go, let's lobby. This way. Come on. You just do go, let's lobby. This way.
Straight here. Lovely.
Who are you? Don't tell me what to do. You are Admiral General, Supreme Leader.
Straight here. Lovely.
Oh, don't call me that Zionist name. Hello. I'll do a sex activity with you later.
Lovely. Straight here.
Enough. What, you just stand here? Who are you waiting for? Murdoch? Where is Murdoch? He is in here.
Lovely.
What is this? Who is this? Juventus. Juventus. Oh, I will buy them. I will buy them. All right.
Guy, we gotta move.
No, sit.
shifted.